And I happen to have a set of eyes over at the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum is about fostering global cooperation on complex issues that drive growth, and resilience in healthcare is a big part of that.
Try to educate the audience that might not be from healthcare. We have many global politicians here, heads of different healthcare departments all across the world are here. And what I noticed, Rome, was that everyone was curious and optimistic and a bit cautious about how AI can help healthcare and patients. Optimistic and curious to believe in the future of AI and the impact that it can have in terms of avoiding and reducing misdiagnosis and mistreatment.
This is Genetics for Healthcare, a podcast for patients.
This is a special episode of Genetics for Healthcare because we love to chase down and follow what's happening in the world of precision medicine as it pertains to AI and its ability to improve healthcare delivery and outcomes. And I happen to have a set of eyes over at the World Economic Forum. I met this gentleman back at Health, and he is on a mission to revolutionize women's health through AI and advanced analytics. Mark Amouzgar, CEO of March Health, is on a mission to revolutionize women's health through AI and advanced analytics. And Mark is over in Davos, Switzerland at the World Economic Forum and was a speaker. Mark, thank you for joining us from across the pond. That's just way across the pond.
Hi, Rome. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, it is amazing here. I want to introduce myself. I really appreciate the quick intro. We started with women's health. We're building on top of that and expanding to more and more conditions. And I'm really happy that we have this event here because we had multiple events around healthcare, around women's health, precision health specifically. McKinsey had multiple events. Other organizations, they have developed reports. McKinsey updated their reports. So it's a great time to include and advance AI that might help humanity at the end of the day.
Absolutely. For those who may not be attuned, we hear about Davos because of what's in the news and the headlines. But the World Economic Forum is about fostering global cooperation on complex issues that drive growth, and resilience in healthcare is a big part of that. This year's theme, Mark, is the spirit of dialogue, 200 sessions ranging from geopolitics to AI and the future of healthcare. And you were one of the speakers there. Tell us what your address was and who were you speaking to?
I was talking about the impact of AI. We were talking about digital twins specifically and how the next generation of AI solutions and AI tools, even beyond agentic, can help patients, can help clinicians and physicians. I spoke at two side events, and I tried to, like you mentioned, communicate with simple details, with examples about the importance of the topic, try to educate the audience that might not be from healthcare. We have many global politicians here, heads of different healthcare departments all across the world are here. And what I noticed, Rome, was that everyone was curious and optimistic and a bit cautious about how AI can help healthcare and patients. Optimistic and curious to believe in the future of AI and the impact that it can have in terms of avoiding and reducing misdiagnosis and mistreatment, and cautious because of data angle. Talking specifically about data privacy and security, main focus was around patient data, the ownership of the data, and how AI solutions can benefit from this data sets without basically putting patients' security, patient safety, and their privacy at risk. This is a very important conversation. We had multiple questions around this, specifically making sure that the technology companies that are deploying the solution, they will not have access to the patient's data at the end of the day.
One of the headlines that I've read is for women's health being discussed at the World Economic Forum. The Global Alliance for Women's Health is working to close the gap in the gender gap in healthcare outcomes, promoting research and also investing in women's health to improve outcomes. How does March Health and the goals that you're driving towards with your digital twin technology and using that type of functionality, how does that align with the goals of the Global Alliance for Women's Health?
That's interesting that you mentioned that they have a new report that they are about to launch to the world. They have been working on this, and it is amazing. It talks about the problems within healthcare and women's health, and most importantly, it talks about the solutions as well. That what exactly step by step we need to do to fix this. On top of what you mentioned, we had amazing sessions from FQ as well that they have been able to bring world leaders, very top of organizations, VP level CEOs of different companies, mostly women, and talk about women's health specifically, and then or women's issues or the equality angle that you mentioned. Um, I see a huge progress, and I'm very optimistic about the future of this conversation. When it comes to what March Health is doing and bringing digital twins to women's health and in general healthcare, it aligns with the angle that we have advancing and leveraging AI to revolutionize and transform women's health in terms of helping with early screening, early detection, avoiding mistreatment when it comes to conditions like endometriosis, adenomyosis, fibromyalgia. Many of these conditions, they suffer from late diagnosis or misdiagnosis and even mistreatment for many of the patient, a big percentage of the patients. So solutions like March Health can help those patients to have an easier life, to be able to take care of themselves while they are taking care of other family members.
Well, I really appreciate you because I've got to have you back to dive into this concept of digital twins, how this could possibly revolutionize personalized medicine, specifically in the area possibly of chronic genetic diseases. And as you guys can see, he looks like he just stepped down off the podium because it is real late and real cold in Switzerland where he is. And so I just thank you for taking the time to join us. And we want to have you back to have that extended conversation around how digital twins is revolutionizing healthcare.
Absolutely. It's my honor, Rome. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, it is a late night here and it's really cold. So, looking forward to our conversation and expanding on that topic as well. Really appreciate that. Have a great day.